Hey team, Coach A here, and welcome to this tutorial on word processing. So, more than a handful of you have reached out to me and been like, "Hey, Coach, I don't really know what double space means. Can you show me how to indent and stuff around that nature?" And I guess I get it. Computer classes have been somewhat of a thing of the past. Darn shame if you ask me. But thankfully, you got me. And we're going to set you right now. All right. So here is your opening screen. It's just standard Google screen, Google Chrome. You open it up. Boom. And we are going to go to the illustrious 9 dots. So the 9 dots is to the right under the bookmark bar. Click on the 9 dots, and it should say Docs. Your configuration could be different than mine. Mine is right under the account symbol, and it's a blue piece of paper that says DOCS, Docs. Okay, and this is going to load up your docs where you can choose what type of document am I doing? Am I doing a resume, an essay, a report? We're just going to start you off with a regular blank document. All right, so here we are at our blank document. So nothing is on this piece of paper, and it is called untitled document. So the first thing you have to do when you open up a new doc is you got to name it. Number one thing that will annoy your bosses, managers, superior officers, and or college professors is an untitled document. They're going to throw it right into the garbage. So you should name it. Always start with your last name. Then name it the assignment. Or here's another way you can do this. So you write it. If it's the first line and it's an untitled document, you click and it will name it the first line. So now that we have titled our document, we have to get going with starting this document. So first thing you're going to want to do is, since 9 times out of 10, they're going to ask for it in 12 point Times New Roman. So we're right now, your base is going to be Arial 11. So we got to click on and switch it to Times New Roman. Now you're going to bump this from 11 to 12. So you can also freehand it. Click it like that. Now let's go over the stop bar real quick. So this is your font. You can pick any font unless otherwise specified. In this assignment, it was specified Times New Roman. Same with font. Most of the time, you're going to be looking at 12. Then next to that is B for bold, I for italic, and U for underline. After that is text color and highlight color. So if you want to highlight a particular piece of your text, it is highlighted. Okay, now you can insert a link here. And then, of course, you could insert an image. So if you are doing a poem or something, you can add an image by URL, photos, drive from the web, or upload from your computer. Next, this one's pretty important, guys. This is font justification. So how are you going to align your font? There's left align, center, right, and justify. To be honest, I still am not exactly certain what justify is, so we're going to ignore that. I've gotten by this far without knowing it. So mostly you're going to be working on left align and center align. Unless you are working in some forms, I think APA may require you to go right align for your header. So we're going to move on to your header. So your header should be, first thing, your name. Your second line should be your teacher's name. Third, the subject. Pardon me. And finally, the date. Now, generally, in MLA, you are going to keep this on the right. But very well, you could have to move it to the right, depending on your teacher's preference. But we are going to keep this on the left line. So, once you have done your header, we're going to move on to your title. Your title, of course, should be bold and underline. If you don't want to click on it, you could simply highlight the text, click Control B and Control U, and that will highlight and underline. Okay, so again, we're going to highlight it, Control B, Control U. Now, your title should always be center aligned. So we go back up to this bar. This is left, and this is center. Click center. So now we're ready to get started. And probably the thing that you guys are having the most trouble with, which is, what is double space? Well, double space is exactly what it sounds like. It leaves a line between each line so that if you were a professor, you have space in the margins to write on. And it is the standard for college. So now, next to your left, center, and right align is line spacing. It looks like this. It has an arrow and 3 lines. So you click on that. The standard is going to come with 1.15. We're going to switch to a proper double space. So you hit enter, and then, to start, you can either hit backspace or you can click left align. You are ready to type. So, word processing. Oh, almost started with that. So, I now highlight, bold, underline. So now it's regular. Is an important course and is of critical importance to all learners who, sorry, I'm using a new keyboard, wish to have a career in living. Cursive doesn't matter because who writes anymore. Period. Okay, so if you see these, and this is something I see a lot, guys, if you see a little red line, it's spelt wrong. Please click on it, right click, or if you are on a Chromebook, which most of you are, you take your 2 fingers like so, and at the same time click. Now, here's the other issue. This is not indented. You got to indent. Now, some of you guys will go like this. That's silly and a waste of time. So, I'm going to show you guys what to really do. Like I said, I'm having some issues because I'm using one of these, but as you can see, this is your keyboard, and you want to use the tab key. So I'm going to get a close-up on that. As you can see, that's what the tab key looks like. It is just above cap lock on your standard and above shift. On your Chromebook, the cap lock will actually be a search bar, but instead we want to hit tab. So we hit tab, and now we have proper indentation. So that's pretty cool. You need to make sure that this is how you start everything. Make sure that you have a header, so your name. Okay. Teacher's name. Okay. Make sure that, again, you're doing everything right. Subject. World history. And date. 2021. Title. Why cursive is stupid. Okay, you fix that. Again, type it out, then fix it. Why cursive is stupid. Okay. Now, couple other things I want to show you guys before I depart you. So, with the indent, you can increase or remove. Let's say you have a bunch of different fonts from different articles. You can always hit clear formatting. Now, granted, for us, that's going to bring it to Arial 11, 1.15 space. We don't want that. Then, let's say you wanted a numbered list. Wait, and you wanted to number why cursive is stupid. Waste of time. Illegible. Okay. How about a non-weighted list? You click, again, next to the line spacing. You have numbered list and bulleted list. All right. A few more things I want to show you guys before I let you go on your own. So, let's say you need to skip to the next page because you're going to have a reference page. What you're going to do is control and enter. Control, enter. So when you hit control enter, you drop down to the next page. Look, we're on page 2. There's page 1. It automatically shoots you down one page. And if we wanted, this would be our reference page. And that looks beautiful. A couple more things. Let's say you want to put in a character that is not on your standard QWERTY keyboard. Also something you can do, you go to Insert, Image, Table, Drawing, Chart, Horizontal Line, Footnote, Special Characters. So you click on Special Characters. So let's say you were doing a project on Omega Sci-Fi. Omega. And you click on the Omega symbol. Psi. Click on the Psi symbol. And Phi. And you click on the Phi symbol. Oops, too many Psi's. But now, as you can see, you have Omega Sci-Fi. So you could do that. Let's say for something you need a Spanish letter. You can also, this is actually kind of fun. You draw it and they try to guess what you're saying, which is kind of neat. And look, you got an N. Final thing I'm going to show you guys is the top of your page. So in proper MLA, this is called the header. You can choose to have it different from the first page or not different. So watch this. If you hit insert, page number, right there, and it inserts the page number. Generally, you want that right aligned. And everything is the same there. So no matter how many pages you make, it will give you page numbers. So let's say you want something different. Let's say instead of taking up space here, you want it in your header, but you don't want it on every page. So you click different from other pages, click like so, and now you have page numbers, but no header. Okay, guys, if you have any other questions, just give me a shout. I'll make another tutorial. But otherwise, as always, be smart, be safe, have a good one.